Now, welcome back to the Prospect Touch. Hopefully you like this video. I'm going to do a scouting report according to Mesmerized Online. And this is the Mets' sixth best prospect in their system currently. And that's Nolan McLean's right-handed pitcher. And we're going to get into it right now. Now, Nolan McLean is a very exciting prospect because he has a very good chance to be with the New York Mets this season. So this is a very important video because, first of all, I want to let you know I've not seen this player. Most of the players that we talk about here are players that I have not seen, so I can't give you my own personal opinion on players I haven't seen, but that's what they have to say about him. Nolan McLean is a versatile, talented athlete, a two-way star, a two-way baseball, football star. In high school, he went to Oklahoma State, attended the pitch and hit for the baseball team, and played quarterback for the football team. He made it as a walk-on quarterback for the Cowboys, but didn't appear in any games and gave up football after a year to focus on baseball. He excelled on the diamond, hitting 36 homers and posted a .957 OPS over 3 seasons. I would mention that he does not. He was drafted when the Mets drafted him. He was both drafted as a third baseman and as a pitcher. The Mets drafted McLean as a two-way player in 2023, but he gave up hitting last year after a rough go of it at the plate. He struck out, get this, 74 times, 143 plate appearances that hit 192. Now, when I did a video on him last year, his best tool was his power. His power was a 70. So power, according to MLB.com, is graded between 20 and 80. His was 70. It was like elite. But he wasn't good at making contact. His bat-to-ball skills just wasn't there. And obviously with the 74 strikeouts and 143 times, it's over. That's like 55-60% of his plate appearances. With his focus now fully on pitching, the hope is he can make major strides in his development. MLB Pipeline estimates his Queens arrival for the season, despite him pitching to a 4.19 ERA and 18 starts at Double-A Binghamton last year. Quote, he held his velocity well in year one, averaging 94 to 96 miles per hour while topping out at 98, much as he did in college, a Baseball Savant scouting report read. There's some flat approach out of his low release. The real metric is his 84 to 87 mile per hour sweeping slider, a pitch with elite spin above 3,000 RPM and horizontal movement upwards of 20 inches. Quote, McLean could use the pitch well running away from righties or back-footed into lefties. His low 90s cutter bridges the gap between the two offerings, and he has also mixed in a upper 80s changeup and an occasional upper 70s curveball for a complete arsenal. Mets president of baseball operations, David Stearns, didn't single out McLean, but talked about the Mets' effort to bring minor league pitchers along in a news conference earlier this month. His comments seemed relevant to the 23-year-old, expected to start at Binghamton. I think we have a lot of people here who, let's say over the last 3-4 years, have worked really hard to get our pitching development into a place where we can compete with some of the top pitching development teams in baseball. And I think we're getting to that point. I think we're beginning to see this wave of prospects get to the upper levels at the minor leagues. And now the next step is if we have to successfully transition them to the big leagues. That's the next test in our overreaching developmental philosophies. I think we'll be able to do that, and this year will be a good testing ground for us. Now McLean's scouting report from last year as a pitcher was that his floor could be that of a late inning reliever because he throws very hard, and he has a very good slider. But he could be a starter. He could be like a number 3, number 4 starter. But he could be potentially a closer. That's what some of the scouting reports were saying about him coming out of college. So he's going to be a major league player. He's going to be a major league pitcher. It's all going to depend on how he develops his ability to manage a game and his ability to come up with a third pitch that would make it more difficult for hitters to hit him. So those are the things that he needs to develop. And obviously, he'll be under an innings limit based on the fact that he didn't pitch that much in college, based on the fact that he was a two-way player. So he's a very interesting piece. He could be a guy that the Mets could use in the bullpen at the end of the season. Definitely. If they have an innings limit on him particularly. A guy like, say, Brandon Sprout, he doesn't have an innings limit on him because he pitched so much in college. And he pitched a lot of innings last year. But with McLean, he might be on that innings limit. The Mets might put him in the bullpen, especially if they need a guy to throw really hard. And he throws very hard. So, but this is the scan report from Nolan McLean. You let me know what you think about this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.